So first of all, what sort of changes have you seen in terms of female leadership in the finance sector in Thailand?
I have to say that the finance sector in Thailand, they have a lot of women that work in the top management and even the CEO of all the security companies. And I think Thailand is one of the best countries that we don't have any discrimination amongst the gender in the finance industry.
Would it be appropriate to say that Thailand's finance sector is becoming more female dominant, or would it be too early to say that?
I would say that in terms of the total population in the financial sector, most of them are female because of, if you see at the Stock Exchange of Thailand, we have about 70% which is women, 30% male. And if you go to see all the banking sector, I believe that it's more than half of them are women. And also in the brokerage sector, in all kinds of finance sector, most of the staff are women.
What about women in top management and in the boardrooms?
It has been progress in terms of the combination of the board directors. I think that gender equality is very important, and also that I'm not talking about only women and men. I think other genders, which is important in the combination of the board. I like to create more opportunity and equal opportunities to the women, to give the opportunity for the women to show their capability. That would be more important than just put the equality in it.
Why is it important to have more women in the boardroom?
Because women and men are kind of different in some angle. That's why in the boardroom, we like to have more and more angles of doing things, of making the decision. That's why we need a diverse thinking and diverse expert to do the decision making in the boardroom.
Right, and how can we ensure more gender equality and female empowerment in the finance industry?
I would have to say that in the finance industry, we are seeing all the regulators like the central bank, the SEC, the Security Commission, and also that the Stock Exchange of Thailand. I think all kinds of the regulators are recognized and aware of all the gender equalities. That's why what we are seeing that more and more measures for all the kind of all the finance sector to have more gender diversity in their boardroom.
With the regulators that came up with these measures to ensure gender equality and diversity, do you think they're doing enough to ensure that yet?
I think so far we are seeing all the progress, and I believe that in the Thai market, you have to create the supply of the women on board. That's why we starting with a kind of incentivize the company to have more women on board. And another side is we are creating the supply. That's why I think right now we are balancing both sides. But in the future time, if we have more supply, we may use a kind of a more stringent measure to do things.
What kind of changes do you hope to see after the Global Summit of Women in Thailand, especially in terms of female leadership, regardless of which industry it is?
I think it's kind of, for this event, it's kind of, it gives us a wake-up call that women is very important, and not only from the international market, in Thailand also. And it's kind of it gives a call to all the women who already be the boss and who already be a kind of upcoming boss to be aware that they are important and they would be a kind of a very valuable asset to their companies, to the Thailand countries too.